And we're heading to concern
Number
number
two.
2. Casino players are not the bettors. Sure. So, what is the concern? Online casino players and sport bettors are different people with different habits and different LTV. I don't believe that.
Me
Operators don't
neither.
see clear paths to selling a sports book to their existing audience and aren't sure if effort worth it. Like myth or reality. Are casino and sportsbook audience truly incompatible, or are operators simply missing the overlap that's already there?
I think they are missing the overlap. And I think we should first hear the opinion of a marketing expert. What do you think, Bob?
Actually, that's a very good question. That people always underestimate the value of the cross sell, in my opinion, because usually, based on my conversation and the reports that I read from the operators who have also sportsbooks and casino in their platform, it's a very good opportunity to cross sell not only from casino to sportsbook, especially if you have very unique offers on the odds side, but also a very good opportunity to cross sell from sportsbook to your casino operation.
Exactly.
Usually, if I'm doing a bet, if I'm making a bet somewhere, I believe that I have a very high chance to win, regardless of the odds being small. But at some point, if it becomes a, I don't know, daily entertainment of mine, at some point I will be looking for alternatives. And when there is no proper event to place any wagers, I might be interested in placing wagers on whatever other product you have, especially if you have a very good product that can engage me throughout the journey. So that's why I believe the answer is somewhat yes. They are not exactly the same, but that doesn't mean that they can transition from one to each other without any trouble. In case you have the funnel set very well, in my opinion, that could be done. That could be done solidly. Just a little bit of an expertise on top, the experience on top that we had. Some keyword point of view, from SEO point of view, there have been some keywords that we identified that are including both casino and sportsbook terms, meaning that those players can be
Mhm.
making the transitions very easily and very smoothly. Sometimes we are not even aware of that.
Well, I was reading, like, I like marketing. I like everything with advertisement and all the stuff that goes within. And I like to read the materials on that topic. And I was reading that when you're doing the cross sale and when you're proposing your board players of casino something new and you're going, for example, through some things like proposing them a big match that he understands or something like, interesting for everyone, like football or basketball or
Yeah.
something that everyone follows, it keeps the player longer on the project because he doesn't get bored from the same activity. So you're giving him a
Yeah.
chance to play and then you're giving him a chance to bet. And it only depends on the approach to the player. Like if you are able to make it personalized enough to get the player what he wants, you can keep him and, try something different, try a different game, try a different bet. And then it becomes like not the same stuff day by day. So the player is like entertaining on, both ways.
Yeah, very interesting opinion. I think, so kind of not divide and conquer, but the contrary, right? I could add on top of that what Bob and Iran provided is maybe some numbers as well. So we've seen a lot of growth in projects who added sportsbook, also on the casino side, and actually the conversion rate can be different. It all depends on the approach and the type of traffic that you have, as was fairly mentioned before. But this diversity of proposition inside of the project, it creates many opportunities for cross-selling within. Numbers can go up to 70-80% from sportsbook to casino specifically. It is lower indeed from casino to sports because just some specific preferences from casino players, maybe not interested in sports. But still, there is some overflow in that way as well. But also, interestingly, in the light of big events that come up every now and then, every 2 years, basically, in football, as you know, it's European or Latin American championships, and then it's the World Cup, as we have this year. So around 20 to 30% of the players can actually run away if you don't have sportsbook. We've seen it happen before, where casino GGR goes down if you don't have the sports betting offering. So I think in this regard, yeah, also something to consider. So guys, what do you think, for instance, in terms of esports? Is it the same, or maybe this audience is a bit younger? Does it apply in the same way as the traditional sports?
I can maybe answer that question. Like esports players are like much younger by age than sports punters. And coming back to the question regarding is there any overlap or no? Well, I think that what sports betting punter is actually looking for is a bit different from what casino player is looking for, but still there are a lot of like similarities. When it comes to coverage, for example, both players need a good coverage to choose from. For sports bettors, it's important to have a lot of supported events, niche markets, player props, etc. For casino players, it will be just like thousands of different games with different visuals, which can continue getting them engaged more and more. For sports players, like payouts, the higher odds, the better. For casino players, higher RTPs. And of course, like a good support, a good user experience in terms of like intuitive interface features and how well they are actually serviced. In my understanding, look, it's not a matter of being two different profiles being incompatible. It's about methods being different to achieve the same state of engagement and long run retention across different player profiles. And it totally makes sense because they are different products. And like neither sportsbook nor casino are types of products that you can launch and forget about them. You need to constantly maintain, you need to constantly add something new to that. This is how you can get your business up and running, because the current competition is really like insane.
Yep, 100%. From the standpoint of data, Nikki, maybe you want to add something.
So yeah, I would say the question from a casino standpoint should not exactly be my players are not bettors, because there's always an overlap. So you're always going to have players on sportsbook who want to play casino, and you're always going to have players on casino who want to play sportsbook. So it's a matter of fact about segmenting the players well and kind of finding which these players are and cross-sell them accordingly. And obviously, geography is very important. So if you're targeting, for example, certain markets, there might not be such a high percent of sports. But if you look at, for example, LATAM and Brazil in particular, in 2025, over 55% of Brazilian GGR was sports and not casino. So they actually have more players playing sports than casino in the Brazilian region. And as well, in 2025, Brazil had 25 million bettors on sports. So that's 12% of the Brazilian adult population, just to, again, show you the scale of how many players there are who actually make a bet. And then, obviously, from the casino side, it's very important to do that cross-sell as well as possible. So yeah, we have clients, they have cross-sell rates. I mean, on the lower end, they have 0 to 1% cross-sell ratios. On average, we'd have around 20%, and then, as mentioned before, this ratio can go up to 70% or more if done really well. And yeah, just some things to be able to cross-sell a bit better. So you can maybe have a combined welcome offer. So maybe customers coming through sports and complete the wagering on casino, for example. Within your sportsbook UI, so where you have the ticker at the top with football, basketball, NBA, MMA, whatever. You can maybe also put in a live casino and crash, these kinds of things, just to make it a bit easier for your sportsbook customers to go into your casino product. And yeah, obviously, very important as well is to offer the games that will have a higher chance of these customers sticking. So You can't just get your most popular casino slots games and give them to your sportsbook customers. That will never work. Sportsbook customers generally like to play more live casino, crash games, game shows, these types of games. So yeah, it's very important to see which games to offer, obviously with analysis and reports. And once more, these games vary very differently between the different markets as well. So the games to offer for cross-sell in Brazil versus the games to offer for cross-sell in Sweden, for example, may be completely different in those two different markets.
I totally agree with everything that's said. It's like very interesting to see it from the different points of view.
Absolutely.